Let's bring in now the new Deputy Liberal leader, Ted O'Brien. Ted, good morning and welcome back to News Breakfast.
Thanks very much, James. Great to be with you.
Do you feel daunted by the task in front of you after having watched so many of your colleagues and, of course, your leader lose their seats at the election?
James, there's no doubt that the election was heartbreaking because we lost some fantastic people. The Australian Parliament lost some fantastic people. And there are all of these candidates who have so much to offer who didn't get up. And that's tough. But of course, we accept the will of the Australian people, which is why now, under Susan Lee's leadership, we're ready to rebuild. And so it's a new day, it's a fresh team, and we're ready to get stuck into it.
All right, new day, fresh team. Will you have fresh policies? Peter Dutton said that he was happy for the election to be a referendum on nuclear. Of course, you promoted the idea of nuclear power pretty prominently throughout the campaign. Is that something you're now going to dump?
To answer your question about will we have a full suite of policies, absolutely we will. But the starting point is to listen to the Australian people, James. They did send us a message, there's no doubt, at the election only a couple of weeks ago. And in short, that message was they were disappointed with what we were offering them. On nuclear, there's no doubt the Labor Party effectively weaponised that debate. But as Susan said yesterday, she won't be making any captain's calls on policies. And as her deputy, I can assure you, I won't be making any vice captain calls on policy. And so we will engage with the Australian people. We'll be driven by data and evidence, as well as big ears listening to people. And then we'll be regrouping as a party room. We'll be having debate, and hopefully these debates are robust. They need to be. For the sake of Australia, they need to be, before we then land on policy direction. Okay,
that's fair enough. I can understand that you don't want to dump your nuclear energy policy on breakfast TV. More broadly, though, I think there was a lot of criticism around the coalition's lack of policy offerings and some confusion about what things would cost. Will you promise to go to an election with a much more fleshed out suite of policy ideas and an actual alternate vision for the country?
Our plan is to make sure that as we rebuild the Liberal Party, we are values driven, we are future focused, we are economically led. Anchored to a clear and positive vision for Australia's future. That's our plan. And James, if you look at that which really unites us as a party, it's a common set of values. And we believe Liberal values are Australian values. It's a belief in freedom of opportunity. It's a belief in equality and a fair go. It's a belief that with rights come commensurate responsibilities. With effort comes reward. This is what we believe in. We believe in the individual. We believe in the family, in the community, in the enterprise, and in the entrepreneur. Now, this is the basic foundation blocks upon which we will build policy. And that policy suite, again, will be anchored to a very clear and positive vision for Australia's future. That's the challenge we have ahead of us as a united party room, and it really is a humble honour to serve that party room as its deputy.
I'll get to how united the party room is in a moment. I just did want to ask, though, what portfolio do you want? Some of your colleagues have suggested you might like to be Shadow Treasurer.
As you might know, Susan is spending a lot of time, rightly, with her mum at the moment. Her mum's very unwell. And so we haven't finalised those discussions around my interest in portfolios, James. So if it's okay, mate, I might have those conversations with Susan before I do you.
Okay, you're the deputy, though. You get to choose, right?
So again, mate, if it's okay, I'll probably respect the conversations I might have with Susan.
We'll pencil you in for Shadow Treasurer, but yeah, I can understand why you might not want to say it yet. Susan Lee, of course, is the Liberal Party's first female leader. Is she going to have the backing of the party room in full? Because the numbers were not only extremely tight, they're actually going to change mid-year when you get some new senators.
Absolutely. I believe that she already has the support of the party room, James, and it was great to see a contest, and it was great to see someone as talented as Angus Taylor, who is a leader, stand also, just as it was to see Phil Thompson, who contested the deputy position. That's what a good Liberal democratic process is all about. And the purpose of yesterday was for the party room to make its decision about the leadership team and move forward. And you're right, she's the first woman to lead the Parliamentary Liberal Party, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. Not only do we now have Susan in charge, but if you look at the Senate, we've got Ann Ruston and Michaelia Cash in charge. So of a leadership team of 4, 3 of them are women. We're proud of that, and each of them are leaders, and especially under Susan's lead of the party at large, I am fully confident that leveraging our values, our party will unite and will take a very clear and compelling positive proposition to the Australian people at the next election.
Well, we'll be able to talk about that down the track. Just before I let you go, Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price is pretty unpopular with some sections of the National Party at the moment after jumping to the Liberals. Does she definitely get a senior frontbench spot, do you think?
Again, when it comes to the front bench, that's a matter for Susan as the leader. But can I say this about Jacinta? I think her contribution, yes, people talk about her contribution to The Voice, but she has a much greater contribution yet to make. She is a valued part of the team, and I'm really proud to have her in the Liberal Party. I'm a coalitionist at heart. I do believe that the Liberal Party and the National Party work best when we work together. I believe that's precisely what we'll do, by the way. I have absolutely no doubt about our ability to continue to work as 2 parties as part of a joint coalition. And Jacinta will continue to play a really important role in that moving forward.